The reason why our society is polarized so much today is because of racism that have given birth to so much hatred, anger, frustration. And this same racism has also given birth to inequality and the infringement of people's freedom. When I tell you that racism is worse than pandemic, I know what I'm talking about because pandemic can be controlled with medicine, but racism cannot be controlled. Even the government or the system that created it cannot even control it. You may try to control it, but instead it will sink in the heart of every man. They will try everything possible, to work against the system. It may not be an open attack, but people will do everything possible, to protect the race and enthrone the ideology or the philosophy of life that they see to be superior than maybe the philosophy of life of other people. That is the reason why it will be difficult for us to live as one people in a diverse communities like Nigeria. I want to talk about what is happening in Igbo land. Igbo land is blessed, but these people are the most malign tribe in Nigeria. Not because they committed any offense, but after the civil war, the other tribes went into discussion and had a discussion or an agreement to systematically destroy everything that is linked to Igbo tribe. So after the civil war, the Igbos seems to have forgiven people from other regions, but it seems as if those regions, they are still having a trust issue. And because of this trust issue, they find it difficult to do something with an Igbo man. That does not mean that we don't have good people from every tribe in Nigeria. But I'm just telling you that the level of hatred towards an Igbo man is beyond control, is beyond measure. So, but because there's so much hunger in our land, a lot of people from our own region, Igbo land, are now fighting against themselves. Maybe they were being recruited to attack every successful Igbo man. I can't tell. But what they are doing to their fellow tribal men is something that you cannot see in other tribes. There's a media war going on now in the East. The media war is, I don't know whether they were paid, but they target every religious leader that is successful in Igbo land, and they attack every politician that is speaking against the normal system. The normal system is to be a slave to the other tribal politicians. That is the normal system. So if you are trying to break away from this normal political system, you will be tagged as someone who is working against the national interest, or who is in support of the non-state actors, or whatever. They will give you names. So the racism in our land is very strong. It is very strong that people from Newi cannot easily agree to marry people from Okija. And people from Ekulobia, we find it very difficult to marry people from Onitsha. The worst is even interstate marriage within the southeast Nigeria, and we said that Igbo is one. Yes, I still believe that Igbo is one. But we have to address the issue of racism, discrimination in our land. Some people may argue that it is not racism, it is a choice. You may call it whatever you want, but it is bettered out of racism. Whatever you will call it comes from racism. Because today, it will be very difficult for somebody from Enugu to accept to marry someone from Imo State. And it will be difficult today for parents of an Anambra man to accept a Imo State wife. This is the biggest problem we are having in our land. And the woke generation will not also accept so easily to marry someone from Abakaliki just because he or she is from Enugu, is from Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. And some people said they are normal, that Igbo is one. Well, Igbo is one, but there's too much hatred in our land. There are some people that have been paid to promote violence in the society, to cause problem in Igbo land, and to ensure that they attack marriages because they want to increase the number of divorces in their society. They blame the men of God that every problem in Igbo land is caused or is as a result of the churches in our land. And the men of God are the ones protecting those politicians and the problem. I don't know how they are protecting it, but they said that they are the grassroots of the problem in Igbo land. And the media war that is going on in Igbo land is not going on in any other region in Nigeria. And I still find it difficult to understand the reason why there is so much hatred now among our youths. So many people want to be a content creator, and they are busy dishing out unhealthy informations that will polarize our society and create more problem in our society, maybe in the near future. If we destroy our men, our people, in the name of content creation, history will not be fair with us. Let us be very careful with what we post and what we do on social media. I believe that one day we are going to live in a fair society where there is equity, justice, and equality, where we respect life without preconditions, where we respect everybody without considering where they come from, where we judge people based on their character and not because of their race, color, the color of their skin or eyes, and the way they walk, and maybe their religion. Thank you. Racism is a pandemic, and together we can win the war against racism.